Hi everybody, and welcome to my first YouTube video in quite a few years actually. I thought I would reintroduce myself. A lot of you will know me from TikTok if that's how you found me and you've landed on my YouTube channel. Some of you OG followers, subscribers, and I know I ain't got that many at the minute, but I used to be like not massive, that sounded so shit. I used to primarily focus on Facebook and Facebook Live. So you might know me from back then, like 6 years ago. I was a Facebook Live girl and I was teaching you about manifestation. So I thought I'd reintroduce myself, a little bit of a background of what I've been doing for the past 6 years, and then tell you my favourite manifestation method. So my name is Lydia Killion, and I basically help you manifest whatever the fuck you want in life. And I do that by helping you change your self-concept, change your identity, change the beliefs that you hold about yourself so that you can create the life you really want. That's it. I can help you manifest whatever you want, because when you change your self-concept and your beliefs, the whole world around you changes. Okay, so that's what I do. And I started that on the 2nd of May 2016. That's when I became a coach. That's when I started my coaching business. And I did that for 3 years full time. And I absolutely loved it. I still love it. Like, this is what I was meant to do in life. I read The Secret at 16. I don't actually recommend The Secret anymore as a law of attraction book or a law of assumption, whatever. I don't recommend The Secret for a manifesting book anymore. However, it did change my life, so I will forever be grateful for Rhonda Byrne and creating that book. But I was introduced to that at 16, and I naturally picked up what is now coined in the internet world as the law of assumption. So I would just assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I would just step into myself as like, yeah, it's done. It's a done deal. I'm getting what I want. I'm manifesting it. I would feel all the feelings as I went to bed and like, yeah, that money's mine. That person's mine. Like whatever it was, that car's mine. And I was just fucking naturally so good at attracting and manifesting. I've manifested everything since then, good and bad. From like living abroad in Ibiza to horrible breakups, I manifested it all. But yeah, that's how I got started into it, and I decided this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Like, this is it. When I was 22, that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to do it now. I did have imposter syndrome a lot back then, just purely because I was young, and I felt like the space at the time, although there was a lot of coaches online and there was a lot of people doing it, I still don't feel like it is what it is today. Like today, the manifestation space online, on TikTok, on YouTube, it is phenomenal now. Like the space is so ready for it now in a way it wasn't before, and I love that. But I had imposter syndrome so bad that I actually manifested quite a few shit things happening in my personal life, which kind of affected my business. And I decided to take a step back from it in 2019. So I'd been doing it for 3 years full time, great money, everything was good. But what I did feel back then is I'd left my first business, which is an eyelash extension business, which I ended up going back into, but you'll hear that. I left that business to do coaching full time. Now, doing eyelashes, I was fully booked from the age of 20. I was fully booked from the age of 20, making a lot of money in that business. And I went from having like 40 lash clients a week to coaching people on a laptop and creating content on a laptop and sitting at home on my laptop or sitting in a coffee shop on my laptop. And even if I was taking my business abroad, which I did do a lot, which is amazing, I was alone on my laptop, and it felt like lockdown. This was like years before lockdown had happened, and I felt like I was in lockdown. I felt isolated. I'm a massive extrovert. I'm actually an extroverted introvert. So like I like my alone time. I need my space. But I'm a massive extrovert. I get my energy from other people. And I love talking to people. I love people. Fucking love people. It's why I do what I do. I like helping people. I like changing their lives. And even though it was great to be finally doing my dream of being a life coach, mindset coach, whatever you want to call it, personally, I was so isolated and I was so upset with how my life was looking because I felt so lonely all the time. I moved to London. I moved to Ibiza, like I travelled, and everywhere I went there, the problem was, and I thought it was my hometown for a long time, like, oh, I'm just in a small town and I want to travel and I want to do all these things. And then moving to London really made me realise like the business is the problem. It's isolating me. And I didn't know how to fix that at the time without kind of taking a step back from it. So I decided to have a Stormzy break, which he had about a year break before he released Gang Sign and Prayers. Adele does this as well. She has like many years in between albums. But Stormzy in particular I resonated with because he took a break. He got imposter syndrome if you listen to like some of his lyrics from the Gang Sign and Prayers album, where he talks about how young Storms wasn't ready for the limelight. Obviously, I had no limelight, but I wasn't really ready for the type of lifestyle that an online business was giving me. Clearly, I wasn't mentally prepared for it. He took a year out, or however long out, came off social media, disappeared, and then he came back with Gang Signs and Prayers, and he fucking did Glastonbury. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to take a Stormzy break. I'm just going to put the business over in the corner for a second. I'm going to recalibrate. I'm going to get myself back. And then I'm just going to blow up. Anyway, it took me about 3 years to do that. So I did do clients in the meantime. I was still taking clients on. I was still coaching, but I just didn't do it online anymore in terms of I didn't promote on Facebook anymore. I didn't make my Instagram coachy anymore. I deleted all the coaching videos off my Instagram, I deleted every trace of kind of my Facebook profile, like my business page is still there. But it's not something I refer to, and it's not something I'm gonna actively go on again to grow my new business, because I've done it under a new name now. I've done it under the 444 agency because I wanted to come back reinvented. I dropped the Irving from my name. I've come back as Lydia Killion. New identity, new level up. It feels fucking great. I absolutely love this business now so much. But I actually went back into doing lashes in 2019. Did coaching on the side still, like I said, with past clients, recommendations, word of mouth, networking. And then the pandemic hit. Everyone's business took a hit. People didn't have the disposable income as much to invest in coaching. and you can manifest it, and I could still manifest coaching clients, but I wasn't in a space where I wanted to coach either, because the world was ending. I was probably a little bit depressed during the pandemic. Like, I hated pandemic living, hated it with a passion. I wasn't in any headspace to want to be coaching people. So last year, no. I kind of got comfortable. Let me start with this. I kind of got really comfortable with doing a few coaching clients here and there and having my lash business, fulfilling my social needs, fulfilling like a lot of the things I need to be happy. And then my best friend died in October 2021. And again, that hit me. I cannot even describe the pain you will feel if that ever happens to you, and I hope it doesn't, and I don't wish that on anybody. The pain is relentless. And again, I was in, I don't even think depression cuts it. I was in turmoil for a good 6 months, and then I made the decision one day that I don't want to let him. Oh, I've got lipstick there, I've got ketchup there. That's a piss take. I'm 8 minutes in. I'm not even going to change it. I don't care. I've done 8 minutes of ketchup on my face. But I decided that I was not going to let him die in vain, that I really wanted to make him proud. He wouldn't want me to be living in turmoil. He wouldn't want me to be depressed every day, and he would want me to be living the best life possible. And I decided, because he couldn't live his life anymore, I had to live mine extra for him, and I had to get back to doing what I love, get back to putting myself out there, being brave, living fearlessly, just fucking going for it. And Tony Robbins has a quote, and it said, when something painful happens to us, when grief happens to us, it creates a void within us, like a hole, and we can choose to fill it up with pain, or we can choose to fill it up with love, or we can leave it empty. And I decided to fill mine up with love, and that's why I launched the 444 agency, and I started doing it online again, and I started creating a TikTok and my YouTube videos back. I create meditations now. I'm that bitch. And I called it 444 because 444 is something I started to see a few years ago when my mum's best friend passed away and my granddad had passed away. And I looked it up, and it means like your angels are guiding you. Divine guidance is basically what it means. And I wanted to name it after Taylor. That was my best friend's name. I wanted to name the business after Taylor, and I was like, do you know what? I can't really think of anything that kind of like what life coaching thing goes with the name Taylor. But 444 is in his honor because he is my angel watching me and protecting me and reminding me that this is what I'm meant to do. Cheesy as you want to call it, that's my reasoning, that's my why. So much so that I got it tattooed to the back of my neck. I hope you could see that, but yeah. So that's how much like I'm repping the 444. Now, that's where we're up to now. Obviously, my TikTok's kind of blown up a little bit. I'm at 17.5 thousand followers now, so I thought I would do like an introduction video so you get to know me a little bit better. Drop me a like, a comment, whatever underneath. I'll answer it back. I'll do anything I can to help you. I have one-on-one services. I have a self-concept workshop that helps you level up your identity, change your beliefs. Everything that is in there I've done and I've practiced. I've got ketchup on my face and I'm burping on a live stream. Everything that's in there, like I practice, I live by. I will not teach you anything in there that, you know, I think is bullshit. I'm not going to be teaching you like stupid methods like the 2-cup method. Like, if that's your thing, cool. I don't fuck with it. I think it's bullshit. But whatever you tie your belief into works. So I have given you everything in that self-concept workshop that like I've tied my beliefs into, and that has changed my life, and that has got me the 17,000 followers and has allowed this business to blow up really quick, and you know, all those kind of things. I also have email coaching, and apart from that, I have a lot of free content, especially on my TikTok, and a lot of free content will be coming on this video, on this platform as well. Then I'm going to tell you about my favourite manifestation technique. And this has changed over the years. So scripting is a massive one for me. I love scripting. So much has changed in my life because of scripting. It used to be affirmations. So like I kind of have a few that kind of are my favourite at the time. This has kind of surpassed all of them. So my favourite, drum roll please. My favourite manifestation technique is the self-talk method. And it's basically mental diet. So Neville Goddard talks about mental diet. Very, very brief description. If you want a more in-depth description, then you can find it on my TikTok page. But mental diet is basically thinking the thought, only thinking the thoughts that are in alignment with what you want to receive or how you want to live or the thing you're trying to manifest. So just like with a physical diet, with an eating diet, you add in good shit, you take out bad shit. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. Simple but not easy to do because we have like 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Most of them are recycled from the day before. Most of your beliefs are shitty because of how you've been brought up or just the society. Like, I'm not saying like mum and dad and family and things like that, but just in society, like we're brought up to believe that money is really hard. Money is the root of all evil. It's vain to be confident. You know, who the fuck does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Who do they think they are? Like, we are so ingrained to be insecure, it's actually a joke. So these, you know, these shitty beliefs and thoughts that you think every day aren't even your own. It's not even your fault, babe. But the mental diet and the self-talk method is my favourite. And that is basically, I have an inner voice. Some people don't, some people do, but I have an inner voice. So if you do have an inner voice, this will resonate a lot with you. So sometimes affirming to me can put me in my masculine energy and it can put me in like real like I'm trying to make it happen. Like, I am a bad bitch. I am worthy. If you notice on my TikTok, when I do affirmation videos, it is like I'm talking to myself like, yeah, do you know what? Sometimes I don't feel like I'm a bad bitch, but I still am, and that's fine. And if I don't feel like one today, I feel like one tomorrow. That's kind of like how I affirm to myself in my head now. Also, I'm very hyper aware that I talk really fast on these videos. I will try and work on that. I'm so used to, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. 1 second. Always have a hairbrush nearby. It didn't even change it. I'm so used to doing 3-minute TikToks now that I try and cram everything into a 3-minute video. I've been going on for 14 minutes now, and I'm still talking really fast, so I'll try and slow it down for you. But my favourite technique now is to just talk to myself all day, self-soothe myself in the thoughts that are in alignment with what I want to achieve. And I can absolutely acknowledge, like, yeah, do you know what? I don't feel that great today, but do you know what, Lyd? Like, tomorrow's going to be better. You'll feel better later. Just take it hour by hour. That's fine. Do you know what? Money is just rolling in. It's great. I love money coming in. And you don't have to do this like all day. Like, that would be exhausting. But just when, like, say you start thinking about, I don't know, the love you want to manifest, the body, the money, the business goals, the life goals, the travel. Just, you know, when you start bringing up these things, start going, oh yeah, that's going to be really cool when that happens. Do you know, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And why wouldn't it happen? Why would the universe stop here? I know the subconscious mind, whatever I impress on it is going to come to life. So as long as I'm impressing what I want, then it has to happen. It's law. And I go about my day with this in my brain. Now, it can be exhausting if you're having a bad day, but if you're having a bad day, just love on yourself. Like, Lyd, you what? If your name's Lydia, say Lyd, but if not, say your name and just be like, babe, come on. You got this. Like, it feels shit now, but you're going to be fine. You know, and love yourself even harder during those times. This is where self-talk method really, really changed my life. Because where I used to get upset and I used to get down on myself and I used to get really pissed off with myself and, oh, you ruin everything and nothing ever works out for you, I would literally sit with myself, cuddle myself, or put my hand on my heart and be like, baby, we've got this. Like, I know you're sad right now, but you know, your feelings are valid. Or I know you feel like a piece of shit, but you're not, Lyd, and you will see that eventually. And this is where self-soothing comes in, and the self-talk will absolutely change your life. And I will do more videos on that. I'm going to wrap this live stream up now. Obviously this will stay on here, and this will be my introduction video. And if you have any questions or any videos that you want me to do, you have any books you want me to recommend, actually I'm just going to tell you now, the books I recommend are anything by Neville Goddard or Dr. Joseph Murphy. Only two people I really read when it comes to manifestation or thought, or the New Thought movement it was called back in those days, or the Law of Assumption, whatever you want to call it. But if you have any video recommendations, put them down below. If you want to know more about me, put it down below. And yeah, I love you all, and I'm really gassed to be back in this online space.